Welcome to Penny for Your Shots, Conversations and Cocktails with Brilliant Women, the podcast where we uncork the stories and insights of exceptional female leaders from all walks of life. Our goal is to serve up wisdom, tips, and inspiration, and to support each other in rediscovering ourselves and what sets our souls on fire. We'll also share personal memories, paired with friends and a favorite beverage. I'm your host, Penny Fitzgerald, and I believe that the best stories are served up over a glass of wine or a cocktail. So grab a glass, get comfy, and let's pour ourselves into Penny for Your Shots. I met today's guests through a podcasting industry group. Gabrielle, age 67, and Tara, age 28, are a mother-daughter team who started a podcast to break taboos about what mothers and daughters can talk about. They dive into topics ranging from monogamy and dating disasters to sex work and cancel culture. And they disagree as often as they agree. They also laugh a lot. As I was talking with Gabrielle and Tara, I couldn't help but think of my own relationship with my mother. Could I have had these conversations with her? Oh, hell no. Well, some of them anyway. It's easy to forget that Mom was 42 when she had me, in 1964. And yes, that does make me almost 60. Before Mom got Alzheimer's, we could talk pretty openly about a lot of things, and she was pretty open-minded. But there are some things we didn't discuss. And for that, I'm grateful. Mostly. Mother-daughter relationships can be, well, complicated. And since she's not able to speak for herself, I'll leave my commentary at that. And just say again, I'm grateful, especially for the time we had while she was still well. I hope you enjoy this conversation with Gabrielle and Tara. If you're able, give your mom a hug today and have a conversation about whatever makes you happy. Cheers!
Can you guess which one of us is the mom and which one is the daughter?
You do have a familiarity about you.
I think we look pretty similar.
Yeah,
Yes.
some
We used to look more
we
similar.
used to look more similar.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yes.
nice to meet you. Sorry
Yeah.
about those difficulties.
No worries. It's nice to meet you too. Gosh, where are you? Where are you both?
We're in Toronto, Canada.
Toronto. Okay. I had
Yeah.
Vancouver in my mind for some reason. I'm not sure
Oh,
why.
no. Canada's the largest city.
Yes.
Have you been
Wonderful.
to Toronto or Vancouver or anywhere in Canada?
I've been no. Well, I've been in Ontario.
Well, that's where Toronto is.
Okay. We were in Winnipeg for a band tour.
Okay. Like your own
Yeah.
band?
No, in high school. Like
Oh,
a
I
marching
see.
band. Yeah, it was
Okay.
super fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Before,
Winnipeg.
yeah, Winnipeg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super
I
fun.
hope it wasn't in the winter.
I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. Couldn't have been with marching band. It had to have been in the summer. It's been a long time ago.
Mhm.
Yeah. So tell my audience a little bit about you. You guys have a podcast together, right? You're a mother-daughter team.
Yeah.
Tell
I
us when
edit.
we're like officially rolling.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I've started recording, but I edit
Oh.
and like if we say
Cool.
something we don't really want to share, I can take that out. But
That happens
I
often.
I think you two are pretty comfortable sharing.
I think so.
Yeah.
Have you listened to any episodes?
I have. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
cool.
that's our brand, that's our shtick, like to
Yeah.
be brutally honest, but also respectful.
Yeah.
We believe that, um, we can break some taboos. Mothers and daughters can speak
Mhm.
about all kinds of things. We don't have to have just a superficial relationship. There are some things that we don't talk to each other about, but
Yep.
Well, how did you decide? How'd you get the idea to have a podcast together?
It was my idea. So this past February, we actually took a very brief trip to Miami together, or specifically, I joined my mom on a work trip. And somehow in the cab on the way back, we were getting pretty real about a bunch of things, some of our work experiences, some of our life stories. And I was like, Mom, we should totally have a podcast. And she's like, that's a great idea. And it's funny because I had asked my brother, Dylan, and one of our close friends before if they wanted to do a podcast with me because I wanted to do a podcast really badly, but they had said no. And I was like, come on, guys. But as soon as I asked my mom, she was
She was
right on
in.
board.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you know what? I mean, I think we both agree that it's helped our relationship, like we do not have a perfect
Oh.
relationship. It's very
Mhm.
close, but also contentious.
Who does? does. What mother-daughter team would?
Well,
Right?
exactly.
It's perfect. There's something you're missing.
Yeah,
That's what I
yeah.
say.
But ours
I
is,
kind of
we've
agree.
had some really hard times, especially, when Tara was a teenager but
Yeah.
even beyond that. And it's still hard. Like sometimes before we record, we have an argument about what we're going to talk about and I end up in tears, so
Oh,
it's still not perfect. But the nice thing, I think the beauty is that we're able to work through it. And then we have a lot of
yeah.
fun once we record. And, that's part of our message that in this day and age, so many people give up on relationships, including
Mm.
parent-child relationships. They talk about toxic this and narcissist that and boundaries and all that stuff. And they just go no contact. I don't know if you're aware of the extent of it, but it's a really big trend. Adult children going no contact, and
Mm.
that's certainly a direction that we could have taken,
Mhm.
given, the degree of tension sometimes between us, but we have just taken a different route. And that's part of our message. Like there is a way to navigate difficult relationships.
Nice. So your podcast then, is it a way to kind of lead the way for others, or are you working together through your own issues out there on the podcast?
Yeah.
Or
I think the first more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
okay.
like it's not therapy for us, we're not, we do want to communicate with others. So it is kind of to show people, look, this is imperfect, this is
Uh-huh.
messy. But we still love each other and we're still doing it. And that's what counts. And it is possible to
Yeah.
navigate these.
I think a lot of people think that relationships like romantic, family, etc. need to be perfect and you're
Mm.
always getting along. And one of the mainstays of our brand is that like, no, not at all. Like hash it out. When there's tension, it's okay to express it. And sometimes it can really help and lead to those really loving and genuine moments
Yeah.
during or after.
Not always, but enough.
Eventually.
Eventually it is
Yeah,
worth
nice.
it, And
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I'm kind of after listening to some of your episodes, you go there. I mean, you don't hold things back,
We do. We think we know what you're talking about, and yes, we do.
Sex, drugs. We haven't done rock and roll yet, but
it's probably coming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to hold back. We've always kind of had that dynamic.
Yeah, we've always been very
Okay.
close and also had, a lot of issues. Now,
Yeah.
why do you think we have a difficult relationship from your perspective?
Well, I think by definition, you started it. So with that caveat out of the way, well, I mean, I think you, Mom, you're very loving of your children, which makes you automatically care a lot about whatever happens to us, but you're also very set in your ways as a person, and I think not always open to hearing other perspectives / the truth.
Oh, is that a long
There we
way of
are.
thinking solely?
Well, that's a part of it. Ultimately it does a lot of the time come from a place of love and wanting to connect. So I do acknowledge that. Like there's a lot of warmth behind it. But it can be very difficult to disagree with you.
I like to think I've gotten better. I think I've gotten better. I mean, when you guys were little, of course, I had my idea of how everything was going to go, and then reality came to
Right.
knock me off my feet. And I think that's what every parent has to learn, is that you cannot control your children and that they are separate beings with their
Right.
own inclinations and agenda. I mean, it's we all say it, but to actually learn it, I think it takes a lot of time and growth and reflection and
Yeah.
setbacks and all that stuff. So
Right. Well, and I've seen, that dynamic with parents, well, especially with women. And, I don't mean to generalize, but I
right.
feel like a lot of us, we put our dreams on hold when we have children, or when we have, just in general, I think we put our dreams on hold for everything and everybody else. Everything and everybody else comes first. So we tend to, these are the things we have to do. We put one foot in front of the other and we get this stuff done. And then pretty quick, you realize, oh my gosh, I didn't I missed something. Like what
Yeah.
was my desire in the beginning? And then I don't know, I kind of see
Yeah, that
some,
resonates, if I may answer first.
yeah.
I mean, in general, I don't think my mother's the type to put her dreams on hold, but I actually have thought that a lot of the reason for maybe your heightened anxiety, Mom, when we were growing up, myself and my brothers, was just that there were these unfulfilled longings in the back of your head. Like you wanted to do your going to Brazil thing, you wanted to do your learning a language thing. You had so many things you were putting on hold to have children. You still had areas of fulfillment,
Yeah.
but you definitely weren't pursuing your dreams as you started to when we were, 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I would put the improvement in your mental health and our relationship down to that. And sometimes it makes me wonder, like, maybe you and other mothers, like, could have and should have been pursuing these lofty dreams even while you were raising us. Like, would that have actually had a positive effect on our relationship, even if you would have been
Wow.
less present? So I think it's kind of like a balancing act
Yeah.
in that way.
Right.
That's hard to get right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I sort of agree, Tara said first, it's not like I did put all my dreams on hold because I was developing my career as a writer. Even while they were very young, I was writing articles and books and, my career was growing over the years. So it's not like I um, just put everything on hold, but I did put some things on hold. And I think I was also somewhat isolated. I mean, we had one car, my husband was off going to work, and, I was like always at home with them.
Yeah.
And, with other mothers, and you know how mothers can get so competitive, my kid did this and my kid did that, and my kid has.
Hello, friend. Let's be real. When's the last time you did something just for you? Enter Wine Camp 2026. We're talking wine tastings, fire pit chats, sunset dinner cruises, and zero cooking required. Just show up, sip something fabulous, and reconnect with the version of you who loves adventure, sisterhood, and a glass of local Riesling in hand. Sweet, dry, or both. No judgment here. We're heading to New York's gorgeous Finger Lakes, July 31st through August 2nd. And yes, it's as dreamy as it sounds. Secure your spot at pennyforyourshot's.com/winecamp. Don't wait, room options are limited, and my crystal ball says we're going to sell out. Bring your besties or fly solo like the fabulous free spirit you are. You'll leave with new favorites either way. Wine Camp 2026 is calling. The only question is, are you in? Find out more at pennyforyourshot's.com/winecamp.
Yeah, it kind of was just
Comparison.
like a cesspool that you were
Yeah.
living in. I mean, yeah, the one car thing, I think that was a big part of it, actually.
I couldn't
Right.
escape. I couldn't because I had no car during
Right.
the
Where
day.
would you
Oh my
go? You'd have to
goodness.
walk.
Well,
Yeah.
and we didn't really live in a walkable neighborhood. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
suburban neighborhood at the time, which also was not my, natural habitat, shall we say. So,
Yeah, I can see why you went a bit nuts.
but, I also loved being a mother. That's the thing. But yes, I
Of
will
course.
admit, I mean, I know I have sort of great anxiety about certain things, always related to the kids. Like if I thought that they were going through a rough time socially, if I thought that something, with academics that they weren't, getting as fast as I thought that they should, I could get kind of disproportionately anxious about that. And I've apologized many times, and I know it was not a good way to be at the time. And we do discuss some of these things in the podcast,
Yeah, I've heard a few of those.
I mean, one of the,
Interesting.
Tara and her brother Dylan were both, they got accepted to a gifted program through no action of mine. It was just their teacher who suggested they be tested. And that was kind of a mixed bag. I thought it would help them feel a little less different, but it might have made things worse in some ways. What do you think?
No, I think at that point, by the time I was like 9 years old, I think I already had that identity as a smart, different person.
Mm.
And so the gifted program just validated that and actually made things easier. So, you know, I think basically at that point, the damage had already been done, and the gifted program was like a good remedy for it.
Oh, no.
You found your
So,
people.
pardon?
You found your people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how
Your
it felt. I
community.
mean, I think nowadays I'm personally very critical of the gifted program. I think
Mm.
it definitely breeds a sense of elitism, breeds a lot of division.
Oh,
Ultimately, it's kind of an
really?
arbitrary test you take when you're 9.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, and it
Mm.
definitely, because I've been through 9 years of it, right? It definitely bred a sense of like, oh, we are special, we can do whatever we want, whereas those other kids,
Mm.
not at all. All of those
Oh,
things I'm very
wow.
critical of now. But
Yeah.
at the time, I guess it was just the world I lived in. It was the religion, closest thing to a religion I had,
Mm.
being smart. So I think
Okay.
it ultimately is like any other religion. There's good parts of it. It gives you a community, and
Mm.
then it can get toxic and culty.
Yeah. Well, even
Ah,
I had misgivings about it. I remember thinking that just this whole idea of testing kids and then putting them in a special program is a bit elitist, and it is
mm.
not necessarily reflective of reality, because people's abilities and talents can come out at different times and change and all that stuff. So I did
Yeah,
feel
you were
some
always critical of it.
discomfort about the whole
Yeah.
notion, but I wasn't uncomfortable enough to, deny them the opportunity, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which, I think I was in favor of it more for social reasons than for academic reasons.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I just thought it would help them find their tribe.
I think you were, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I think you were maybe projecting some of your own experience, as in like you would have loved to have a gifted program at
Yeah.
our age.
Yeah.
I don't think maybe me, but Dylan, I don't think he had the same struggles
Right.
fitting in,
Yeah.
or at least not yet.
Oh,
To the regular program.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's a big theme for you not fitting in, which you
Mhm.
definitely projected onto us. And I feel maybe kind of you created that theme for us in our lives. There was no reason we didn't need to feel we fit in, but you kind of
Okay.
manifested that reality, which is fine. I mean, that's what parents do. I mean, we are an extension of you, but
Yes.
my mother was always the outsider growing up.
I
So
was.
it's like very,
Okay.
very provably.
Well, this
So
is
yeah. Sorry,
this
we're
no, that's
going on
okay.
here.
That is that's kind of where I was going with that, because I feel like a lot of moms and, well, parents in general would like, if you have an unfulfilled dream, that it would be easy to want that for your child. You have this thing that would light you up, and so
Yeah.
you kind of, yeah, project that onto. I feel like my mom maybe had some unfulfilled
Mm.
dreams that she really wanted me to do certain things, and I'm like, no thank you. Thank you, but no
Mm.
thank
Oh, that's
you.
funny. Oh,
Yeah.
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 I guess it's a pretty universal story in some
I
ways.
wonder.
I
Yeah.
think it is. I think it is. And I don't know. I have to say, to my credit, I don't do that anymore. Like, I don't,
Oh, cool.
No,
I don't really tell my kids what to do, what I expect them
no,
to do.
you definitely don't.
So
But I think, yeah, maybe sometimes you can project maybe your fantasy of like fitting in, it
yeah,
doesn't have to be a career
Oh,
fantasy. It can be
yeah,
something
right.
more subtle. We all
yeah.
have our dreams, our things we
Yeah.
feel we missed out on.
It's true. That was a huge theme in my childhood, and I think it translated into my career as well.
Mm-hmm.
I've had I call it a zigzag career, and
Okay.
I even wrote an article. Like, if you Google, Gabrielle Bauer and then Zigzag Career, you'll see it. It's about, nothing straight. I mean, I had
Right.
a degree
Yeah.
in science and biochemistry and a degree in music, and then I ended up a writer, and with all kinds of detours in between.
Yes.
So I think that
Yeah.
sometimes,
It's a cool story, I have to say.
uh,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I will definitely look that up, and I'll link that in our show notes as well. But
Oh my gosh. I
I'm
meant her career
interested.
story is a good
yeah,
story, but
that's the one that my zigzag career is.
oh, I see. I see. Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but
No, that's
it's
cool.
I think people have a misconception sometimes that, like, if you're smart, you're just gonna do well in school and then you're gonna get a job at IBM and you'll be all set. And it's just not how it works for people who are
No.
different in some way. It just is not. And I think that's another part of our message, that it's okay to take a zigzaggy path through life, and we
I
all have
think
different
that's
paths.
I think that's normal. I think that's more normal than a straight line. I know of no one, zero, people who have a straight line of,
Yeah. It's not the way it's
whatever.
done anymore.
Yeah.
Not, well,
Maybe,
anytime.
50 years ago. Yeah, you know what? Even then, probably not.
No,
I'm
I
sure
think
there
there
were
were
detours along the way.
absolutely. And, if expectations are put on us, it might be by our parents, it might be by society, it might be our own. But, if there's a burning desire in you, then it's there.
Yeah.
You gotta, it'll come out some way or another,
I
either in the
totally
form of
agree. Sometimes if you really
Yeah.
want something, it will come out. You
Yeah.
can trust that it will emerge.
Yes.
And you don't
Yes.
need to
follow
always force
that.
it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still kind of in the zigzag portion of my great career story. So
Yeah.
yeah, ask me in 30 years how it all went.
That's right.
Oh,
But
girl, I'm 59 and I just changed careers. So yeah, let's
Oh,
go.
all right.
amazing.
Love it.
Cool.
That's great. No, well, the nice thing is I think that things have evolved. One of the magazines that I write for is called Zoomer. It's a national Canadian magazine. And there's
Okay.
tons of stories like that, people changing careers at all ages,
Yeah.
which I think is
It's
wonderful.
never
I do
too
think
late.
that's become more common. And also people finding love. I mean, they have a story there.
Yeah.
They have a column called Later in Love in that
Aw.
magazine. And it's about people, like, let's say, reconnecting after a 30-year absence, and when they're in their 60s or 70s. It's amazing.
Aw.
I think things have become a little looser about, I don't know,
Yeah.
society just gives more permission and opportunity for people to transform themselves
Yeah.
at all ages, which I think is
Tara,
really
Completely so. I mean, if we're gonna live all this time, we might as
Yeah.
well have fun all
Yeah.
the way.
exactly. Draw outside the lines, color outside the lines a little bit and have fun.
Can I ask what your new career is?
Well, I'm podcasting and I'm also
Yeah.
teaching a class. In fact, I'm teaching my very first class right after our interview today. So
Cool.
yeah, I used to do wine tastings.
Oh,
Cool. Wow.
oh,
Yeah.
love it, love it.
Yeah.
I've thought
Well,
of getting into wines before.
mhm.
That's super cool.
Highly
I think
recommended.
it's so cool. People who know their wines,
Ah.
that's just like a kind of person I really admire. So I guess that kind of person is you.
Thank you. Yeah. It's super fun.
Wow.
Did you ever see the movie Sideways?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Great movie. And then another one about the wine industry is Bottle Shock.
Yes,
Also,
absolutely.
also very good. So
Very
yeah,
fun.
yeah, those are fun. Yeah, my husband and I just went a couple weeks ago to Prince Edward County. It's a region in
Yeah.
Ontario where there's like winery after winery after winery,
Oh,
and it's just really
nice.
fun. I can't say I'm an expert at all, at all,
You know,
but
that's
you know.
okay. Just do some
It's
research.
hard to not be an expert and just, oh wow, what's this?
Exactly. Oh, it's
Right.
red. I love it.
Exactly. Oh,
Oh
that's
my
funny.
gosh.
So you're
You
going to
guys,
teach wine tasting?
no. So I led a team of about 650 or so people also doing wine tastings, and
Wow.
a big part of my job, I mean, the fun part, well, it was all fun. I loved it. But a big piece of what I did was inspire other women to do the same thing and to drink bigger and to, drink outside the bottle a little bit.
Excellent.
And yeah, to, go after their dreams, to dream a little bit bigger and, giving them tools to be able to accomplish going from point A to Z, but, zigzagging along the way because
Yeah.
no straight lines. So yeah, I'm teaching kind of the same things, but to a bigger audience, not just to
Oh, wow.
wine lovers. So yeah,
Ah, very nice. Well,
That's awesome.
congratulations.
Fun.
That's great.
Thank you.
My object when I turned 70, because I'm 67 now, when I turned 70, the two things I want to do is learn bass guitar and learn Turkish. So
Wow.
it's kind of
Okay,
a
so
combination.
well, yeah. And okay, so you had a
I
music
need a moment to
degree.
process that.
Yeah, I
I
have a music
know.
degree.
I'm like, I get why you want to learn bass guitar, because having that music degree, I also have a music degree. But I
I'm a
only sing in the
musician,
shower.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's
So
very much a language lover.
Yeah,
my mother.
language
Okay.
is probably my biggest passion. And I've learned languages as an adult. I learned Japanese in my 30s. I learned Portuguese
Okay.
when I turned 60 and went to Brazil for a while on my own with my husband's
Lovely.
blessing. And
Uh-huh.
so I'm interested in Turkish and Turkey for various reasons. And it's a language I know absolutely zero about, but it seems quite interesting. So that's the plan. when I turn
Nice. Well,
70.
why not? Why not?
That's right.
Exactly.
Why not?
Oh my
Was
gosh.
there
Okay,
another
so
question? Yes.
yeah, Tara, you guys were, you two were you started the podcast after you wanted to do this for years, and then in Miami, you came up with the idea, or pitched it
In a
to your
taxi,
mother
in an Uber in
in a
Miami.
taxi,
That's
in an
right.
Uber.
On the way
Okay,
to the airport.
Yeah, that's
okay.
right. On
So,
the
but
way back.
you were on a business trip, Gabrielle. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I do a lot of my day-to-day work as a medical writer, so I attend a lot of medical conferences
Oh, okay.
where I cover, meetings within the pharmaceutical industry and write reports and so forth. So I travel a lot, and
Okay.
which is nice. It's a perk that I,
Oh yeah.
don't want to
It's
give
a
up.
sweet gig.
Enjoy.
It's a sweet gig. So I, even though I'm
Nice.
67, I'm working very much full time. I
Okay.
mean, full time as a freelancer. I have various clients. And so this was one of the conferences I go to every year in February. There's a conference in South Beach in aesthetic
Nice.
dermatology. And so I've been going with this client for many, many years. So I was there. And since I have, the whole free hotel room and all that, there's an extra bed. So I invited Tara to, come
Nice.
spend a few days with me. Sometimes I do this with my husband as well. Like I'm
Uh-huh.
going to Amsterdam to a conference next month, and he's going to come with me. Because
Yeah, I mean, at that particular time, we actually had to cut the trip short because I had a singing gig because I'm a freelance musician, among other
That's
things.
what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, what do
Like,
I do?
yeah.
Well, this and that, but a lot of it boils down to writing and music. So I'm very similar to my mother in that way. Very much a writer, musician at heart.
Nice.
So and also very much a freelancer. So we're basically the same person.
Oh, I
Which is
know
why
it.
we don't get along sometimes.
That's you can butt heads when you're too much alike.
Exactly, because we have the same passions and have strong opinions about those passions. So
I know.
I was doing, I think, a church gig or a synagogue gig. I might sing in a few different ensembles. So I had to cut short that trip. And I was just like, I just have a feeling that I should still go. Like, I haven't seen my mom in a long time. It's not financially worth it to like even go at all.
Yeah.
But like, let's just do it. And out of that trip was born one of the great highlights of this year, for sure, and possibly our lives.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no, it really is, because and people have observed, like our listeners, they say that we have really good chemistry and rapport, and we have fun, and it's been a pleasant surprise in a way. I wasn't sure, and I think Tara wasn't sure how it would go. You just never know with these things, but right from the start, we somehow clicked. Even, as I say, if I'm like in tears before we record, when we record, it always works and it always is fun. Sometimes we do an extra take, but often we're able to do it in one take. Tara does a bit of editing afterwards because she's the whiz at that. And she's also of the better generation, so I hats off to you for doing this.
Should I know a thing or two about like all the audio levels and mics and stuff. So definitely all that stuff I learned over the pandemic era is coming in handy now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and like inserting music at the beginning, all that stuff that I had no idea how to do. So that's been great. But it's been, as I say, a pleasant surprise, and it sort of reinforces my philosophy of life, I suppose, which is just, if you're not sure about something but are somewhat interested and drawn, just go dive in. You never know what's going to happen, because I think it's been a lot of our experiences. You do something and then it leads to something else, which leads to something else. And you can't really predict it or make it happen, but it often does happen in very unexpected ways.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Well, and my takeaway from that story too is when you follow your heart, when you follow an intuition and just let go and just follow that, it really leads to wonderful things.
Stop overthinking it. Is it worth it? Should I do it? Not to put you on blast, Mom, but you were trying to discourage me from going as far as I remember.
Going to Florida.
Yeah, for sure. But I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
Yeah, because there was only, because Tara had these gigs. Originally, she was going to come for 5 days, but then she had these gigs for 2.5 days. So it was only going to be 2.5 days. So I thought, this is not worth it. Why would you come down from Toronto to Miami for 2.5 days?
Because I want to.
And did you hear that question? Why go to Miami? Why go to the beach?
Well, no, but you know what I mean? Like from Toronto to Miami is a long way.
But Penny has a point.
Yes, that's right.
There's no such thing as why go to Miami, even for an hour.
It's true. In February, if you're in Toronto in February,
I know exactly. It was just, I had the February blues.
Where do you live
Yes.
in the States?
Well, for the summer months, I'm in Iowa. I grew up in
Okay.
Iowa, small town.
Okay.
And in the winter months, I'm in Florida, in
Really?
Sarasota. Yeah.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Because why
Jealous.
not?
I'm gonna go again.
Yeah.
I go every year. I go at least once for work, and there's already 2 trips planned, one in February, one in
Nice.
March for work.
Oh, that's the perfect time to be down there.
It is, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I highly recommend November as well.
Oh, yeah?
I don't
Yeah,
know if
February and November. They're
Okay.
those 2 months that are
Yeah.
just like, I really need
just
to
Yeah.
get
brown.
the heck out of
Everything.
here.
Yes. Iowa is so brown in November.
Oh
Oh, yeah.
no.
Yeah. So it's a good
Brown
month
as
to
in
be.
like, oh, the leaves are off the trees,
The leaves
or
are off the trees. The snow
yeah.
hasn't really fallen yet, so everything's kind
Mm,
of,
yeah, just
just
that weird
brown.
in between no
That
man's land.
taupey kind of,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm,
eh,
yeah. Uh-huh.
exactly. Well, I promised to ask you, what's your
Oh,
favorite
yes.
cocktail or
Oh,
favorite wine?
yeah. Well, I newly have an answer to this. I was traveling
Oh,
in New York with my brother Dylan and his girlfriend and a couple of friends. And the whole time I was like, I need a new cocktail because ordering shots of triple sec and rum mixed together is not doing it for me anymore.
oh,
That was my go-to
yeah.
before. It's
Wow.
this is not a real drink.
Triple sec and rum. That sounds vile.
Yes.
It kind of does.
But
With any juice or with any
looks
like
look,
mixer?
that was kind of what I was experimenting with. Usually it would
Okay.
just be a shot of triple sec, but either
Okay.
way, not cutting it.
Ugh.
Yeah, a lot of people judge me for that. It's fine.
No
But
judgment.
thank you, I appreciate it. But this story has a happy ending because throughout the week I was complaining and bitching about this, and then finally my brother's girlfriend is just like, Tara, have you ever tried a spicy margarita? And I'm like,
Oh, girl.
right? I'm like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
not usually a tequila person, but I'll give it a go. And I'm so glad I did
Yes.
because it was one of the most delicious things I've ever
Mm.
tried. I like my cocktails sweet and also spicy. I'm a big Caesar's
Yes.
person.
Mm.
So it was actually very, very nice.
So now you've
That
got
sounds
your new
amazing.
drink.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
me. If you're ever wondering what to order me at a bar.
That's right.
Next time
So
I
that's
see
my
you.
story. Exactly. Hey, you
Yeah.
never know.
You never know.
You're in
Yeah.
Florida. Well, for
That's
now.
right.
All right.
And mine is pretty close also. I've got 2. One is just a regular margarita because I love tequila and I love the flavor. And the other one is a mojito. So
Oh,
very,
yes, I
Oh,
agree,
yum.
actually.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
similar in that, I guess.
Uh-huh.
What about yourself?
Yeah. Oh gosh, I love them all.
Really?
They're
There's none that's comes out a little bit
well,
higher?
it depends on the day. You know?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but a spicy margarita is right up there.
Oh, yeah.
Love those because and a
Amazing.
cucumber margarita that feels very refreshing. It's super hot right now in Iowa. I don't know
Oh,
about
yeah.
It's hot here
Even,
too.
Toronto.
yeah, even in
Yeah.
Canada, land
Right.
of the icicles, it
Yeah,
is
it-
30
Yeah.
degrees.
It's well, 30 degrees. It doesn't mean
That's
it's like
about 100, right?
87. No, it's like 87 or something. 88.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
That's
sorry,
hot.
Celsius, Fahrenheit,
Hot for
of
you
course.
guys. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's been really hot here the last couple of days. So something, very refreshing sounds good to me today. So like a cucumber margarita, I would love,
And
and maybe put a
cucumber,
little.
amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Why
That would
not?
hit the spot.
What about wines? What are your where
Oh
do your
gosh,
tastes run to?
that's
Or,
hard too.
or is that
Um,
a whole other episode?
that's another episode probably, but I think a dry Riesling ranks right up
I
there for
love
me.
Riesling. Oh, I love Riesling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of my colleagues, and we both love Riesling, so we're always
Uh-huh.
texting each other. I think I need a Riesling.
Oh, nice.
But it's great.
kind of white wine.
Yeah.
Oh, white wine. I'm more of a rosé girl myself.
Ah.
But
I
maybe I
love
just haven't tried
rosés
the good
too.
stuff.
Mm.
Yeah. Do you guys have Trader
Amazing.
Joe's up there?
No,
No.
we don't.
Okay.
Very much an
Mm.
American thing in
Yeah.
my brain. It's
Okay.
like a TJ
Never mind.
Maxx, Trader Joe's,
Yeah,
American stuff.
maybe
Target.
maybe one day. That's right. Well, Target they tried in
They
Canada,
did try it.
and then they pulled out. It
Didn't
just
work?
didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just not.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't know why.
But you
We
do have
have lots-
Costco, right?
We have lots of Walmarts, so
No, yes, of course. everywhere.
When I was growing up, we would go to New York often because I have relatives there. And one of the big highlights for my brother and me was stopping at a Howard Johnson's because like they didn't have them in Canada. And then they did for a while, and then I think they went away again. But for us, stopping at a Howard Johnson's in like Saratoga Springs on the way to
That
New
was the
York.
thing.
And you got like a clam sandwich with those little
Clam sandwich. That sounds awesome.
No, it was really good. And then
especially in the middle part of New York.
Yeah, that's right. And then they had these ice cream, all these different flavors. I would get like mocha chip ice cream with butterscotch sauce, and this was like the highlight of the trip. Was stopping at Howard Johnson's.
Stopping at Kawartha Dairy on our trips,
but it was it was. I remember that was just such a big highlight on the way there and on the way back. So.
Of course, yeah. I mean, food brings us together. Food and wine and cocktails. All
life is simple.
That's right. That's why people who say, there's people today who are so hard line. Well, alcohol, the only good amount is no amount.
Oh yeah.
And
what?
I mean, that doesn't fly around here.
No, I think for people
not
who
my
have
people.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, there are some people who have, such strong addiction issues that yes, of course, it's probably best for them to stay away.
Yeah, exactly.
But just as a way of life, just because, I might live one extra day and a half if I abstain.
No, it's not a choice anyone else gets to make for
That's
me.
right.
And it's
exactly.
like, careful about some things. I'm very careful about red meat in general, trying to limit that. Okay, so then I get to have a few extra cocktails. Like it's a balancing act.
Oh, and about skin. Oh my God, Tara is so careful about sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
She will never. Yeah, if we're outside for 1 minute, gotta put it on. Yeah.
I mean, look at this complexion. It's so pasty. I don't tan. I burn. So
I used to too. Yeah, I'm pretty leathery now from my years of bad practice and not putting on sunscreen and stuff. But okay. So Gabrielle, this may be no, it's probably just an Iowa or a US thing. We used to, back in the day, put iodine drops in our baby oil to go to the beach because that would speed up the process.
Enhance the tanning.
Never heard of that, but I did do the sun reflector thing when I was a teenager. I'm old enough to have, you're sitting on the balcony with your sun reflector, so there's 4 times as much.
Oh my gosh, we had such bad habits.
Oh, I know, it's unbelievable.
At least you didn't do tanning beds, though, right?
I did do tanning beds.
You did do tanning beds
too.
Wow.
Yeah. Tanning beds were actually not as bad because you never really burnt. It was like gentle enough that at least when I did them, I never burnt.
But don't they still cause skin cancer?
Yeah,
they do. They definitely do.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, it's
I know.
Tara, your skin's going to be beautiful when you're our age. You're going to be just still so,
that's what I'm
dad,
going for.
Yes, absolutely. My dad always wore clothes. He worked outside a lot. So his arms from where he rolled his sleeves up to his hands and his head were tan. That was it. Everything else was lily white. Yeah. And even at 100, when he lived to be almost 103, his back was like a baby. It was just so soft and just.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that happens with men a lot. They just retain these really smooth chests and backs.
Not always have such long eyelashes. They get all the things.
Oh my gosh. No, exactly. We actually have a member of our family who's 102.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's still
we have good genes.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see.
We don't know if it's genetic or just luck.
That's right.
Or just so many hardships in her life that she deserved it.
Yeah. But she's actually amazed that she's still alive. The last time I talked to her, she said, I'm ready for that box now.
She's been saying for years.
Yeah, like she's had a good life. I mean, the second, the later part of her life, and she's had, she really she's all about family, and she has all these kids and grandkids and great grandkids, and that's all she ever wanted in life, really. And so I think she's just like, well, okay, I've done it. It's time to get into that box now. Like she doesn't say it in a bitter or angry way.
Okay.
For that box now. It's funny.
It's funny, yeah.
It is funny. So who is she? Your aunt? Your cousin?
My maternal aunt.
My great aunt. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's my late mother's sister.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
her mother died before I was born, so I never met
Yeah.
her. But
Oh,
then we have
wow.
her sister, who is absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's
same,
cool.
Very, very
same
maternal.
family. Yes, exactly.
Oh, I love
We should go
it.
visit her. You never know.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
True. It's true.
Well, and it's fun to ask them stories. I loved being able to ask Dad, okay, so how did you, what did you
For sure.
think about things? I asked him one time, what's the biggest thing you've seen in your lifetime? What's the biggest, I don't know, invention or whatever?
Right, or event, or yeah.
Yeah. And he pointed to my cell phone. He goes, that thing right there, you can do
Aw.
anything with that. And he was always into gadgets and always like tinkering with things. And then he thought for a few more minutes. He said, of course the radio was pretty cool too. And the radio was invented in his
Wow, that was
lifetime.
in his lifetime. That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what I'm gonna say at
Mm.
that age. Knock on wood. Probably
Right.
maybe like AI. Like
Yeah.
that's gonna be the internet of
Right.
my generation, I think. Just the thing that completely changes everything.
That's true.
It's a
Yeah.
little scary.
Exactly. I hope everyone, well, it's not going to be, but I hope people use the power for good. I mean, think of all the
Yeah.
things that could be done.
Well,
Yeah.
For the
what's
benefit of
funny? I mean,
people.
a lot of people like, AI has infiltrated into writing, right? There's a lot of
Oh, right.
like people use AI for first drafts, they use it for some blog posts, they use it for this and that. And so people are always asking me, do you find that your stuff is getting replaced by AI? And well, knock
Not
on
yet.
wood, not yet, not at all. It has not
Yeah.
affected
Yeah.
my career
Good.
in any way, shape, or form.
I have been known to use AI for,
Oh, yeah?
some ideas, some can you refine this? I mean,
Hmm.
only if it's a project that I don't care personally about. If it's like my personal project,
Ah.
I would never. But if it's
Uh-huh.
something I'm writing for someone else, yeah, I absolutely have no hesitation about making my own life easier by
Yeah, no,
running
Right.
through ChatGPT.
Yeah, no, a lot of writers
Right.
use it. I've never used AI for anything. I'm a real laggard, but I know a lot of writers
Yeah.
do use it.
I held out for a long time, and then
Oh,
one
yeah?
day I
It's
caved,
just
and that
like,
was the end.
oh, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
AI
It's pretty
forever.
handy.
It really is. And it's usually good. Sometimes it's not that good, but it's usually good.
Actually, I don't know if you, I sent this to you, or if I don't know if you
Yeah,
saw
I
it, but
didn't read it because I didn't want to get disturbed.
in the New York Times, like about a couple of weeks ago, there was an article about a writer who took on a challenge to write like a beach read, a short story
Oh,
about the
sure.
beach. And then they
Uh-huh.
also asked AI to write a short story about the beach. So two beaches
Okay.
side by side.
Uh-huh.
And the challenge to the reader was, can you guess which one was AI? So I guessed correctly. And I felt that I as a writer, I think I really understood why it wasn't that hard to tell them apart. But my son got it wrong.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, well now I have to try this.
So,
Interesting.
That is
I think I'm just sort of,
interesting.
I could tell there's certain, like when, I don't know, when somebody is trying to do something a certain way, like a
Too
standard way, because
perfectly.
yeah, exactly. Or too writerly. It just, there's just something about it that had that vibe.
Yep.
I think it's pretty easy to tell, even when I look at sentences that I've gotten AI to refine for me. You kind of develop an understanding of their style.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
rhythm, it
Robot
all, it all sounds the same after,
Yeah,
if
a little
if you
bit,
look at a
in a
couple
weird
things.
way. I hope it doesn't take over too much, because that would be really sad if everything just had that same
But on the
tone.
other hand, it's going to get better, and so it will.
Yeah,
It
sure.
won't be.
Yeah.
It won't have that flavor anymore. I think.
I
We'll
think
see.
people crave authenticity, and I think it'll come back around. Some people will use AI to write things, but I think people will smell a snake, or smell a skunk when they,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Authenticity is so in now. If you see like YouTube videos full of bloopers, people confessing their life's traumas, in a video, I think it's very much back in style to be
to be authentic. Right?
Yes.
So. That's the
I'm
way
so
for me to
grateful
thrive.
because I just am not. I have no poker face. I just cannot fake it.
Right. It's authentic by nature.
Right.
have no choice. Yeah, I think we're the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that we've talked about this theme as well, that I think it makes it harder to fit into the corporate world, which I would say is probably not a great fit for either of us. We can probably make it work
Same.
here and there if we have to, but
Yeah.
at this point,
Yeah.
I've been freelancing for 30 years. And like at this point, nothing could convince me to go back into the corporate world except maybe gun to my head.
And you only started having your real success like after the corporate, or
Absolutely.
after you kind of let that
Yeah.
fantasy go, or let that
Yeah.
obligation go. And I think that is really inspiring. Like a lot of people probably would have thought you were just not cut out for work, but it's you weren't cut out for a certain kind of work.
Absolutely.
And I've honestly had that
Exactly.
same trajectory in the last year, just realizing it's not like, oh, I'll never work 9 to 5 ever again, but just that is not how I'm oriented, and I should not try to force myself to do that, which I was
Exactly.
trying for a long time.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
so true. Because I had this idea, like I've never been promoted. I've never been promoted because to be promoted, you have to show certain qualities that, your
You have
superiors
to
in
do
the
a
work.
good job in a prescribed role.
Well, you have to sort of show certain organizational qualities, shall I say. It's not just the quality
Check
of
some
your work.
And
boxes.
loyalty.
Just about the
You
way
have
you
to show
present.
loyalty to the religion.
Yes,
Honestly,
yes,
that's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. And I'm not saying
Oh.
there's anything that wrong, but I think that I just didn't have that in me. I think I can do a better job faking it now. But again, my biggest success, and I am a successful freelance writer, is came after I gave up on that. Okay, so I've never been promoted. So what? I have great
Right.
long-standing clients and,
Yeah. I mean, your
financial success.
accolades come, through
Yes,
that.
I
It
get
doesn't
a,
have to be in this
that's
very
right.
set way
So
that you expect.
I think that's a very important, I think, lesson for all of us is that, we're given this life script. This is how your life is expected to go. And when you realize it's in some of the pieces just don't fit, the round peg in a square hole kind of thing, it's okay to give it up. And it's liberating and
You
exciting.
have to. I think it goes back to that authenticity thing. If you're not living authentically, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't work. It's not good for
You'll feel it in
anybody.
your bones for
Yeah.
sure. And your
Yeah.
supervisors will also feel it.
Of course. Yeah. Oh gosh.
So why
Ladies,
would you try?
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly. No, I was just
Right?
going
No,
to
it's
say thank you so much for this. It's been amazing and fun and great to get to know you too. And I'm going to really enjoy sharing your story with my people.
Thank you.
and
Likewise. This
Yeah.
has been super fun. I didn't know what to expect, and this was great. So
And
thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Thanks,
Lovely
ladies.
chatting
Have a
to you.
wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.
That's a wrap on another spirited episode of Penny for Your Shots, conversations and cocktails with brilliant women. I hope you've enjoyed the intoxicating blend of wisdom, wit, and wonder that these incredible women bring to the table. Check out the show notes for links to resources referenced in today's episode. And remember to subscribe and raise a glass with me every Thirsty Thursday as we continue to serve up inspiration, celebrate resilience, and reignite the passions that set our souls on fire. If you've loved what you've heard, please share the podcast far and wide and leave a sparkling 5-star review to let me know your thoughts. It would also help tremendously if you would visit pennyforyourshots.com and subscribe to learn when new episodes are available and pick up my free recipe. In the meantime, remember that your story deserves to be served and savored. Cheers to your brilliance and of women everywhere. Until next time, keep sipping and experiencing life's extraordinary moments. This is Penny for Your Shots, signing off with a clink and a toast to us. Cheers.